Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday. Excuse me for posting this one day late. The module flipped over very quickly on me, even though I felt prepared. So as we go into Module 3, and I can't believe I'm saying we're already into Module 3, congratulations, you're one day over halfway done with your final course in this program. We're going to be looking specifically in Module 3 about working together with groups to create and respond to those policies that we have been discussing for the past couple of modules. So we're looking specifically at student activism and community partnerships. We always talk about our stakeholders. As we've been going through all of our classes, we've been focused on who are our stakeholders. If you go the whole way back to ATM 501, you started with a focus group and you started to look at who are the people who are the most important for a particular topic, or the people that we should be talking to get a rounded view. In ATM 511, you also conducted a counter-narrative interview and counter-narrative study because we were looking at, again, looking to partner with people who have an alternative perspective to what may be what is happening in the school or the policies that are involved in the school. As we move through all of our classes, there's been some piece to how are we making this work well for others? How are we making this work well for everyone? And so in this particular module, we are going to be looking at, in particular, how these policies, how can we create them? How can we respond to them differently? How can we make additions and subtractions to them to make it good for everyone and make it equitable so that all students, teachers, and community partners can feel included in the school experience? So there is a significant amount of reading / observation in this one. I gave you this video to watch. It is a 53-minute video. You don't have to watch the entire thing, but kind of skimming through it would be helpful just to get an idea of how Taking Back the Schools is what it's called, but just to get an idea of how student activism and community partnerships can work together with the school system in order to make mass change in the schools. I warned you in the last module, but we are going to be going back into the Saphir text. And I've given you 3 chapters there. Please skim them, but we're going to get back to that. What does our leadership have to look like? What are things that we do as leaders that will impact the development of these groups and the changes that will occur? I also gave you 4 articles in this one. None of them is excessively long, but it's okay to take a look at it and think, well, this one doesn't really apply to my school or my situation or what I'm looking to learn, and skip through it. It's okay if you just pick and choose which ones you want to read of those. There's just so much applicable information for this kind of module. It's very difficult to shimmy it all down. So as we go into this module, you will have your discussion forums as usual, and you do not have a deliverable in this one. And the purpose of that is to give you time to work on your equity position paper, which is due October 16th. So in this, you're actually just simply going to be writing a paper. So it'll be the last time that you get to do something like this, just to kind of put all of your thoughts together. But I gave you details and background, which gives you what content you must include in it. So this is the basic information that you need to have in all of it. And then, of course, make sure that you include the readings from different modules. You can take anything from here the whole way back to ETM 501 if you'd like to gather your information. You can also use some outside articles. Just make sure that everything's properly cited whenever you get to the end of that. But you are just going to be exploring policies and issues in this one, and just really considering how leadership skills and attributes, what are those things that are needed in order to help a school system, help a school, or perhaps just in your particular area, perhaps as a department chair or just as a leader in your building. How are your leadership skills going to impact what's happening around you? So take some time. This gives you a little bit more time to think about it and consider it. And if you have any questions about particular sections, you want me to read particular sections, please feel free to send them to me in email. That's perfectly fine. I can do that until we get too close to the end. So it's best to start thinking about this now. All right, well, thank you so much. I look forward to reading your post. I think you all have been doing a pretty darn good job as a small group. You've been doing a great job of keeping engaged with each other and enhancing the topics with what you have and just kind of cheering each other on a little bit. I know that as we really start to dig into this, it can become so much of a find the problem, find the problem, find the problem. But what I appreciate is that all of you are not only looking for what could be wrong or what could be going wrong, but also providing options for solutions. All right, well, you enjoy a good week, and I will see you in the discussion boards.